So you guys do remember our very isolated free-range poultry farm? Well, it's been a while since we found out what's happening inside here, but it's beautiful things happening in here. So come on, let's go in. Take a look at all this beauty. Guys, isn't this beautiful? Oh my god, oh my god. Just take a look at all the birds. So guys, this is a free-range poultry area, and it's in an area that has been fenced off. It's maybe between 2 and 3 acres in terms of absolute size, and it has 2 ponds. And what that means is that we have different kinds of fowl here, mainly 3 different kinds. We have chickens that you can see right there in the background. We have geese, and then we have guinea fowls that have wandered off, somewhere in the distance. And it's very beautiful because from inside here we get beautiful, healthy chickens and eggs. Over there is one of our guineas. It has been left by the colleagues. I hope it's fine. Yeah, it's choosing to move alone. All the colleagues have moved far away in the distance, but it's one of the guinea fowls. And then you can see the chickens right here. They are basking under the sun. No, it's not basking under the sun. They're on a feeder, but the feeder seems empty. Yeah, this is a feeder that has been overturned, and these are layer chickens. They are being kept on free range. Right here you can see a cock. This is a sexing error from our breeder hens. And when we get it out, we place it inside here. It's quite some distance, proper distance from the rest of the farm. It's a 400-acre farm, so when I say proper distance, I guess you understand what I mean. Also, right there are more chickens. They are really loving the habitat. If you can have a clear look, you see some chickens in the trees. I'll zoom in so you can see. You see chickens living in the trees. They love it. Take a look at that. Up in the tree. Right up in the tree. So while these chickens are up, others are busy roosting up in the trees. Up in the trees, others are moving around scratching. And we have the geese, you can see here. So the geese are bullies. As you can see, the birds have been feeding on some watermelon. I don't know if I flip this over, you can see what has happened. Yeah, so the birds were feeding on watermelon. They literally finished everything inside the watermelon. Some of them have been flipped over. It's not completely done. For example, this, if I turn it, you can see that there's some red. So if I leave them right here, let me just turn all of them over, and then we move away. You're going to see other chickens coming in because they're attracted by the red color. You'll notice they haven't finished everything. Okay, so I'll just move away and take a look at that. Yeah, they're attracted by the red color. They're like, oh, there's still more to eat. So they'll come in running to feed on the watermelon. But the geese over there in the distance are proper bullies, When they notice the others feeding on the watermelon, they come in and they run in to come and feed on the remaining watermelon. But the chickens are brilliant. They eat so quickly, but by the time the geese come, there's totally nothing left. So it's a very, very beautiful diet that these chickens have on the inside of here. So let's leave the chickens feeding and move inside the house where the birds do lay their eggs, We'll just move over there. Look at this. This one was sunbathing, and another one over there, sunbathing. This is a very beautiful environment because it gives the birds ability to just do what they love to do naturally. If we move over here, this is where the bird was sunbathing from. Of course, it has gone away, but when I go, it will come back. And despite the fact that the place looks dirty, there is no dirt here. Everything is natural. These are just leaves from a tree, as you can see. These are feathers. There's nothing dirty here. Everything is organic. Leaves from the trees. So when you look on the floor right here, you'll just see a few feathers and leaves from the trees. A very natural, beautiful environment. Meanwhile, one of the guineas has a chick. It has been quite hard to replicate the guineas, but if you see very keenly in the background, with the guineas there's a chick running. So the very white guinea fowl, you see the proper white guinea fowl, you see there, it's female and it hatched a chick. But it's so hard to get them to multiply, as you can see. Very, very hard. The only way I got them to multiply was putting the eggs in an incubator. But I want them to sit on their own eggs and hatch their own eggs. I don't want them to, you know, do it an artificial way. And then inside here, we also do have feed. So of course, the grass and the natural things on the outside just can't be enough for the number of birds that are present here. So we have to supplement their feed. So we get a bit of, you know, leftover feed from the commercial birds, from the breeder birds. You know, when they are mixing food inside the feed meal, you'll always have food pouring on the floor and things like that. So it is swept, put inside a bag, and it's brought inside here and it's given to these chickens. So inside here we tied some feeders, and it's really supplemental feeding. You know, there's feed inside here so they can feed, and then when they're tired they'll go outside and feed on the rest of the things that are outside. And inside here we also have our laying boxes, so any of the chickens that wants to lay eggs will come and they lay their eggs in here. Now we don't allow them to breed and multiply, so we take all their eggs away from them. Yeah, we take all the eggs. All the eggs are eaten, you know, they're edible eggs, and they are nice yellow yolked eggs because they are free range eggs. So as you can see, these are the laying boxes over here. Yeah, these are the laying boxes. The laying box here, 2, 3, 4 laying boxes, 2 each side. And if you can see, we have eggs inside here. So these eggs have just been laid today. They'll be picked out later today. We have rice husks inside the boxes, simply to make sure that, you know, the eggs are cushioned and provide space for the birds to lay eggs. You can see that one over there, it's laying its eggs. Another one over there, it's laying its egg. I don't know if this one is laying. I think this one is brooding. Yeah, it's brooding. But considering the eggs are picked out every time, they never really get to brood because the eggs are taken out. Yeah, there are others. So we have different groups of chickens inside here. We have the, you know, our Issa brown birds, you know, the ones that we sell, the farm up chicks. For example, this, yeah, and that, and a lot of the others that you see over there. All those are our farm up chicks, and they are commercial layers being kept on this free range system. So those ones will give you these, you know, brown shelled eggs. And then the local chickens will give you the white shelled egg. So if I just hold 2 of these against each other, you can see them and you can clearly see the difference. So the local chickens will give you this white shelled egg. The brown ones, the Issa browns, the farm up chicks that we sell will give you the brown egg. And you can see the difference in terms of size, you know. The white egg is way smaller compared to the brown egg. Way, way smaller if I just hold them against each other. So that's the advantage of having these chickens, you know. They are really nice chickens. And of course, if you want to order yourself some of these farm chicks and you're in Uganda, come on, why not? I leave our WhatsApp and phone contacts in the description below. Just give us a phone call. You're in Uganda. We'll let you know where you can pick up the chicks from. These are awesome layers, really awesome. I love them. So the chicken has gone broody, but inside here, our goal is not to try and hatch the eggs. No, that's not our goal. Inside here, the goal is simply to get healthy eggs on a free range system. So some birds might get broody, but we'll keep taking the eggs out. They're not going to sit on them, they're not going to incubate them. So it's not a big issue. After a few days, it will get out of its broodiness when it notices, hey, there's actually no eggs for me to sit on. So yes, we don't really mind the broodiness, but inside this structure is where all the feeding takes place. All the feeding, all the laying, and we try to place water all around the farm, you know, all around this free range area. All right, let's go towards our dam where we do have our geese, you know, where the geese get to spend a bit of their time. Whoa, we've been lucky. We've found the geese right on the water, so take a look at that. So we have 9 geese on the farm, and I'm only saying 6. You guys do remember that we started out with what? 2, 3? I think there were 4, and then one of them died. So we came down to 3. And right now we have 9. So they are multiplying and increasing, but at a way slower pace than I would imagine. Like I've told you guys, I want to make sure that we hatch everything inside this area as naturally as possible. So avoid putting the eggs in an incubator to hatch, and make sure they are replicating naturally. That's why we brought them to the dam, because it's easier for geese to replicate from a dam. But hey guys, it's been quite difficult. The geese lay a lot of eggs. You know, we have 2 ganders, so they should be able to do the work. So there's only like 7 females for them to mate. But for some reason, every time they lay eggs, you know, they will lay 6, 7 eggs, and you'll only get 2 or 3 chicks out, or 1 chick, or none. So they keep laying eggs and incubating, but hey, at least the number is growing. We now have 9. So I believe the others are somewhere incubating. So let's go check on them. They should be somewhere, hidden somewhere, sitting on eggs. The water has a weird red layer on top of the surface of the water. I don't know what it is. It's like a red layer on top of the dam, and it's only on this dam. The other dam seems clear. But also what I've noticed is that the places where the geese go, because they enter the water and try to pick out maybe fish or snails, water animals. That's what they're trying to look for and feed. So they keep putting their heads in the water and looking for something to eat inside the water. And then you'll occasionally see them when they have picked out something and they are feeding on it. So the places where they are, the red thing goes away. So it's going to one of the corners. This is the other pond. And right there at the top is a shed which was made specifically for the geese to incubate their eggs. So I hope there is a goose there trying to incubate its eggs. So let's go check it out. I hope I don't fall down. Hey mother goose, hope there is one of you here, right here. Very fierce. Take a look at that, guys. Take a look. So this is one of the geese, and it's certainly clearly incubating eggs. You know, very tough, doesn't want anyone to get close. It's incubating its eggs. So I'll just leave it. I don't know how many eggs it has, but I won't stress it. And with that sound, it's certainly going to call the rest of the geese that are on the pond the other side. They'll come and try to support it. But let's leave this one. I don't know where the others are. Let's go check them out. The other goose that's incubating is in a rather isolated area. So to get there, I'll need to jump. This is our inlet for the pond. You know, that's how the water comes in and gets into the pond. So I'll jump over the pond, the inlet, and somewhere here is where the goose is incubating. Whoa! It's literally hidden. You can't see anything. Right there. Right there, guys. Oh my god, you can barely see anything. So it's actually outside the fence. You can see, okay, outside this fence. Of course, we have another fence outside over there. You can see that fence, but I can't reach it. But you can see it right there. It's incubating its eggs. Yeah. So that's the safest place it could get to try and incubate its eggs and get some babies. Okay, so we'll leave it in peace. So there's actually 8 geese and not 9 like I had earlier said. 6 on the water and 2 incubating their eggs. So hopefully these 2 are going to give us something, you know, something significant. Not like the guinea fowl that just gave us 1 chick, and the probability of that chick surviving is still very, very low. But let's pray and hope for the very best. So yes, guys, that's our free-range poultry project. Of course, we have the fish ponds, and inside these fish ponds, we actually do catch fish. Sometimes, you know, we get catfish. We've caught a catfish inside here that's 10 kilograms big, you know, 10 kilograms. Over 10 kilograms, actually. That's very big. Imagine catfish that's 10 kilograms. So it's, of course, a hazard to the geese. Once they have just hatched their chicks, we can't allow their chicks to come in here because the catfish eat the goslings. So we need to make sure that the goslings don't come onto the water. It has happened twice in the past, you know. They have eaten probably 3 or 4 goslings. We would have a bigger number. So now we've learned, as soon as they hatch, we make sure that they don't come onto the water. They are kept inside the house, not on the water, 100% not on the water. So it's very beautiful. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, smash the notification bell. That way you never miss out on any of my uploads. Lots of love. Bye-bye.